Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Owarimonogatari second season, but today we're going to be checking out episode 6, part 2 of the Ougi Dark arc. But last time, there were a few important things of note that of course did occur in that episode. There was a lot of discussion on how they're going to go about things moving forward here when it comes to dealing with Ougi. Now Araragi was of course taking Ougi's side on this one, playing devil's advocate if you will, suggesting that she might not need to be exterminated, but Gaien believes that it is an absolute necessity that Ougi has to go. Why? Well, you see, there's a pretty complex string of reasons that lead into that, but one of the main things it connects to is her plan for Mayoi, because she did mention that it was a good thing that Araragi brought Mayoi back with him, and turns out, Gaien wants to make Mayoi the new god of the shrine. Yep. And from the way she's describing it, sounds like she'd actually be a perfect fit. Because Mayoi is a snail, and snails are similar to slugs, and apparently slugs have a strange ability of taking out snakes. And since the previous god of that shrine was a snake, she can assimilate in perfectly. And since she will no longer be a lost snail and will just become the new god of the shrine, she won't have to worry about the darkness coming after her now that she's back being a snail. That's another thing involving Mayoi, is that Araragi wasn't sure if she even came back as the lost snail ghost, but she in fact did, because that's just how Heartspan works. When it brings back apparitions, it brings them back as apparitions. The only reason it didn't bring back Araragi as a vampire is because of the little ritual thing they did down in hell. But what does it have to do with Ougi? Well, you see, even though it was confirmed that Ougi is in fact not the darkness, she does still have the same goal as it, which is to keep everything balanced, keep everything the way it's supposed to be. And even if the darkness won't go after Mayoi for becoming a god, she fears that Ougi will. And Mayoi becoming the god of the shrine is a necessary element to keep everything going smoothly. But the big reveal we got at the end attaches to the confirmation of Ougi not being the darkness, and it's that she's not human, she is an apparition, but just a regular one. She's just a straight up monster, not anything special and weird like the darkness. Basically, you could look at it like this, that Ougi wants to make sure things adhere to the rules, but the darkness is the rules. So what do? How do you find balance? Because Araraga's got his own balance and order that he wants to strike here. No matter what happens, let's just see what this episode has in store. It starts with the intro, by the way, but I'm not gonna skip it because this is one of the most boppin' frickin' intros we've ever had. There you have it. Final confirmation, official. Ougi is in fact Araragi. Duh. The question is she his reflection, or perhaps just metaphorically his reflection? They mentioned Saruga's mom dealt with a similar circumstance to this in the past, and unless she became a vampire herself at one point, might not be reflection. By the way, I just want to point out that I'm stupid, because when I saw her putting the padlock on, I was like, oh yeah, you said the password is 0, that's so stupid. It was just her putting the lock on the stupid gate, not setting the password. Although I was right on the money on the nature of the password. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. About as good as zeros, except that you can't even set the password on those to just zeros, I don't think. They usually don't let you. So, and about that, Ougi, was she actually trying to move in for the kill with Tsukihi? Was she trying to reveal her true identity so that the darkness might swoop in? That would be weird, because the thing about her is that as the Phoenix, she's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. The point of the Phoenix is that it pretends to be a person, that it takes over somebody else's life and just plants itself in there. That's its whole deal. So it's not like she's not living up to her Phoenix role. She may not know that she's a Phoenix, but that's also part of the package, I assume. And on the subject of what I said about how it was interesting that it swapped perspective over to what Nadeko and Tsukiji were up to, that was obviously just there to set the stage for Ougi getting involved. Remember, this is still an arc named after Ougi, so it's shifting over to the perspective of what Ougi is doing makes perfect sense, and we needed that little scene with them as a lead-in. And to help further cement Tsukihi's perspective on her life in the future. That she doesn't really think about the future too much, she's perfectly content just living in the present as it is now and enjoying that, which, I mean, yeah, you gotta enjoy the time as it goes by. You can't think too much about the future or about the past because then, well, you're not gonna enjoy the time you spend in the present. So about the cram school, is it actually straight up just the ghost of the building? Because that's weird. The building is back, and it's the perfect stage to have the finale of Owarimonogatari in, you know, just sitting in that classic classroom in the abandoned cram school, even though the place burned down. There's no better place for them to be, even if it being back is weird. And that's an interesting element of the darkness that Guyan brought up, is that apparently it doesn't move in just if an apparition lies about who they are, it's after it's revealed that they lied about who they are. To what extent it means to reveal it, I don't know, because Guyan knows, and Aragi also knows that it's a lie, and yet the darkness isn't moving, so how to reveal it? She also said the punishment for impersonating the darkness itself would be very severe. What's more severe than just ceasing to exist? I mean, being trapped in eternal torment would be more severe than that, but I don't know if you can do that. But now, the final battle is upon us. One-on-one Araragi v Ougi. What does this battle entail? Can't say for sure. Are they gonna physically brawl and throw down? Or is it gonna be more of a battle of discussion? That seems more likely. Yeah, next time is Ougi Dark Part 3, Episode 7 of Owarimonogatari, second season, and that's the last one before we go on to what I believe is the last thing. I think it's Zoku next. I'm 90% sure. And then I think that's it. But perhaps we can confirm my reflection theory? Or maybe it'll just get shot down and she's just like a copy of him. Which, I mean, it basically amounts to a reflection at that point, even if she isn't literally his reflection. She basically already is a reflection of him. It's probably just metaphorical, but you never know. So for now, I think that's going to be it, guys, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. Next time is, of course, Episode 7, like I said, Ougi Dark, Part 3, the grand finale of Owarimonogatari. Show's not over yet, though. We have another thing right after that. Not sure what we're going to get into, of course, because we're not even done with this part yet, but maybe I'll have an idea once we're done here. I guess we'll have to put Ougi's theory to the test about mystery novels being less interesting once the culprit has been revealed. Because now she has been revealed. She's Araragi. We know this now. Full on, absolute, no shadow of a doubt. So we'll see just how interesting it remains to be. But as I said, that's it. Hope to catch you next time, but till then, I will see you guys all later.